live stream, which is going on right now. I hope so very much. I had promised a dear friend of mine, a chess friend of mine, Matthew from Canada. I promised him that I am going to analyze one of the games he suggests me to do so. So I'm going to do that exactly as I promised him. So I'm using the leechess.org. This is a game he played. He was black here. The other guy was white, if I remember this one correctly. And I'm going to go through the moves, and I'm going to make a live commentary. And of course, I told him that he's more than able to watch it later on when he's available. So I'm going to leave it here. The recording, I'm just going to leave it. So he's free to peruse through and pause the video and come back and this and that. So it should be live now. Let me have a last look. Yeah, it should be absolutely fine. Sound-wise and pieces and all. Okay, so he was black here. The other person was white. I think his rep is like around 1,000. 900 something, 1000 is rapid on chess.com. I think this is taken from chess.com platform, but I copy paste the PGN here. Okay, very much positional now, developing. I guess the player with the white pieces wanted to play a fianchetto, and obviously they wanted to go bishop to B or A, one of these two. Very likely on the B. Let me cover everything, though. It's a long game, by the way. It is a long game. So, Matthew, we're going to take it step by step, brother. E5, closing the center. Going to get very positional. D3. Knight F6. I don't think there's any problem for either white or black here. Hello, Raven. Knight F3. Bishop E7. Developing the pieces. Again, I don't see any problem. I don't see any weakness. Matthew, when you're going to be watching this, my friend, I don't think there's any issue, neither for you or for your opponent. H3. I don't think that was a necessary move for white to play, though, because black didn't play D6 in order to threaten some pin on the white knight. So probably H3 was a bit unnecessary. Maybe white should have explored getting this bishop somewhere. Maybe here, or maybe bishop G5. Anyway, H3 being played. And castle short. Again, not a problem for none of them. That is very good. That's very well, man. What competition was that over the board? Great stuff. What kind of medal? What was that? Was it a rapid? Was it a classical? What competition? If I may ask. If it's not too intrusive of a question. 10 minutes, that would be a rapid. So you played in a rapid competition. What section exactly was on the 1600, the 2000 section? What section was that? They normally go in sections, like on the 1600, in between 1900 and 1700, stuff like that. And the 2000s, they come in like 3 sections every single time. Or was it open? Okay. So now white plays knight G5. That's an unnecessary move. I don't think white should be doing this one now. There's that principle in the opening. You're not supposed to moving twice the same piece in the opening. So that knight from F3 over to G5 doesn't do nothing. I mean, if there's anything, they're going to be sent back with a move like H6 and the white knight has to go away. Under 13 years of age, if I read this one correctly, or under 1300. Sorry for asking. Under 13 years of age or under 1300 section. So H6, that is very good. So if you won a medal, that means you came first, second, third. What kind of medal was that? Which is, by the way, very good for 13 years of age. If you won a medal over the board yesterday, Raven, that's fabulous. So exactly as I said, and now Matthew, H6, you played a very good move. you actually kick the white knight away. Which, interestingly, your opponent didn't move it, and I think I know why he didn't move it. He didn't move it because he's betting on you taking, and after they take, they actually open up the rook together with the queen. In the eventuality you play the knight, I think you're going to get very quickly checkmated. So I'm not sure that knight has to be taken with the pawn. I'm not sure at all. So you play d6. It's good you didn't take on g5, Matthew, for whenever you are going to be watching this recording. It is very good you didn't take. So I'm saying it now to you, my friend. Very good you didn't take. So you came first, second, or third, Raven? F3 is not a great move from white. I don't like the F3 now from their point of view. Looks to me we might be able to grabbing this guy now relatively safely. They're going to take, right? And then we're going to go knight h7. I think it's doable. If you don't want this to happen, just drop knight h7. They take and you take with the king and you continue playing. Yes, I think you could do that one. But also taking the knight. I don't see what's the problem now because f3 blocks the queen from moving out, Matthew. So I think h takes g5 is playable now. The guy takes. I would expect them to do that. And then you go where? You go knight h7. How do they get the queen over to the h file? I don't see how just yet. Okay, it's still a good performance for yourself, and I guess that will be making you to want to pursue even more. Now, this stuff now with g4 from white, it doesn't look good at all. I think that white knight has to disappear, and it should have been taken even a move away. Now, you took with a knight, Matthew, but I think you should have taken with a pawn. I think. Looks to me, pawn is supposed to take. You take with a pawn, now with a knight. The guy takes, right? And you're going to take back with the knight or with the bishop. Equally goodish. I think it's playable. I don't see how, again, I don't see how the white queen makes it on the h file immediately. They need like 2 tempi. In which case, you have more than enough time to figure out a way to defending. Again, the white knight on g5, Matthew, my idea would be to just simply take back with the pawn rather than with the black knight. Yes, good night to you too, Raven. And again, congrats for your performance, my friend. It's very good. Keep playing, studying, and most importantly, keep enjoying playing and thinking, most importantly. And the results will appear when they appear. Took with a bishop. I like black way more than the whites here. Because you're simply winning a check on the king, and they will have to waste a tempo. They will have to move the king away. There is no good move for them. They can't block with anything unless what? Unless they start trading. But then again, your queen would be incredibly present on the king side. All in all, and not mentioning, Matthew, you've got the knight to d4, which I think is also great. If you're looking at knight d4, attacking f3 and such, I think it's great. Knight c3, this one screams to be played. This just screams to be played. And that is exactly what you did. And you did very well, Matthew. King had to move. You played queen to g5. There's something about this move. I don't think it's a massive blunder or anything, but in the minute they play the king to safety, which is c2, their bishop on c1 actually attacks your queen. They win a little bit over tempo on your queen here, Matthew. So for whenever you're going to be watching this recording, Matthew, it looks to me a knight to d4 or just getting a bishop to e6 would be absolutely normal stuff. Bishop e6 is great. You just finish up the development. If there is any white knight coming to d5, you're going to be taking them back straight away. It gives white the chance to hitting your black queen. Then you're going to have to move the black queen, and you'll give them a tempo. What is that? Check. You play the move with check. Knight d4 checks the king. That makes sense. Yeah. Still, you have to move queen now. You have to move queen. f6. Okay. I understand why. At least you're attacking f3 twice now with a knight and with a queen. and the guy now attacks the queen with tempo. So, Matthew, I think all things considered, my dear friend, I don't think queen to g5 is supposed to go. Again, if you allow me to mention that bishop e6, knight d4 seem to be the normal stuff to play here. You're exposing your queen unnecessarily. And yes, at this stage at least, black is doing better in my view. Knight d4 checks. You move the queen, but now the guy hits you. Let me see. Could you take on... Nah, it's not good. You can't take on f3 because this guy will be hanging. So you take f3, queen takes, knight takes, and then the guy takes your bishop again. Yeah, your queen should have stayed on d8, Matthew. Should have stayed on d8. Now, finally, you finished up the developing. Bishop g2. He has to develop, right? Now you remove the knight. I think that's a good one because that white knight, Matthew, just took so many squares from you. So many squares. So it's good you removed it. Good move, Matthew, I'd say. Very good stuff you did indeed. And your knight is actually super cool. Your knight on d4 is excellently positioned. This is an ideal outpost. The knight can't be challenged by any pawn. So your black knight stays wonderfully where they are on d4. Bishop g5 now. That's a wise one. That's not bad at all. You either trade the bishop or they will be taking your knight. Something like this you want to tell them. Which, again, I think it's a win-win for you. The guy didn't take nothing. He refused. And now you open up with b5. That sounds very good. Because this is an excellent idea, Matthew. b5, because I suppose you're very much keen on to capturing c4. And eventually, if the guy takes with the b, you're going to be hitting them on the b file as well. Not mentioning the queen possible traveling over to the a5. And I think it's great. I think from black's point of view, this is more beneficial for the black pieces. Queen to e1, probably stopping your queen a5, probably making a battery here and things. Maybe they want to play bishop and forcing some pieces trading. You took on c4. Excellent move. Excellent move. You try and see if your opponent's going to take with d or b. Obviously, if white is to play the correct recapture, they shouldn't take with the b pawn because that simply allows the black rook to attack the king on the b file. So very well played up to this point, Matthew. You're doing better here with black. The guy took with d, so obviously he took with the right guy. And now you're playing the rook. I think it's great. I really think it's great. You do the positional correct thing. Very good way to looking at things. I suppose, Matthew, you're planning on to going with the a pawn. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Really, you have a very healthy way to playing. The knight, the black knight on d4 stays very well positioned where they are. It's great. Now the guy decided to take. That's good. This, Matthew, this very point of the game, and not just Matthew, all my dear friends watching this very point of the game shows us what's the difference in between a good bishop and a bad bishop. If you needed one more example to understand what's a good bishop and what's a bad bishop, you're just having it right now. The black bishop, the dark square black bishop, is what we're calling a good bishop. This guy's incredibly strong. Whether you put the bishop on e3, it is untouchable. It's completely untouchable, that bishop. Kills everything on the dark squares. It's a phenomenal bishop. You can't have a more ideal bishop than this guy. You've got the e file, Matthew, which is, again, phenomenal. And you always have the prospect pushing the a pawn, maybe a5, maybe a4, and see what happens. It's just great. Really is great. Black should be winning long term this position here. What the guy play? Queen f2. You can hit the queen with bishop e3, really. You could attack that one. So let me tell you my candidate moves. There might be one of them. Bishop e3, rook f e8, queen a5. All these three moves seem to be absolutely perfect, so to speak. Absolutely great moves. And look at the bishop on g2, how bad of a bishop that is. This bishop actually hits f3, its own pawn. It can't go nowhere. Even if this pawn were to move, maybe we should be stopping this pawn coming down. Maybe, just maybe, black will have to explode this idea as well. You know, discover check, stopping white from pushing f3 to f4. All in all, black is better here and is supposed to be winning, having initiative, and way more active than white's. Bishop f6. I don't think that's a bad one. You're still having this, right? So I don't think that's a bad one. I guess so. He played the rook exactly to move away from the threat of check and stuff. Again, you've got rook f8 and you've got queen a5 in my understanding. They're both very good stuff. Very good stuff. Actually, if I'm looking more at the position, I understand that actually if rook f8, you could eventually playing something like rook e3 as well. This is really good. Get queen a5 and then maybe rook b over to e8 to just make a battery. This is just great looking position for black here. Incredibly nice. Cool. I don't think that's wrong, Matthew. It's great. Now mentioning queen to c3, I think you had a very good idea. And all in all, Matthew, you had very good ideas with this game. So rook d3 played that guy. Okay, it's time for you to claim the e file here, Matthew. Rook f8. Rook f8 would like to... First thing first, rook f8 does not allow white to claim or counteract on the e file. So if you were to play rook f to e8, you do not allow white to play rook f e1 because you simply win. And not just that, after you play rook f e8, you aim to get rook from e8 over to e3. If the guy takes, you're simply winning the queen because you're going to play d4 takes e3, the bishop checks the king, and the pawn simply wins the queen. So you're just killing it now. Rook f e8, and I think white starts to getting in a bit of a zugzwang. They just simply ran out of good moves here. I don't see the good moves for white. I mean, they could try to survive for a bit longer. I'll tell you that. They might try to survive for a bit longer. But black is winning, right? Hey, that's interesting, but I don't know what to say. Rook b8, b6, Matthew. I don't think it's a blunder in itself that much, but I'm having some hesitation to consider it. Whereas rook f to e8 seems to be is the real move, actually, to play it here. This is the real move, I guess. And yeah, probably that's a better choice here. I'm really looking at rook fe and then rook e3 ASAP, like ASAP. And then again, after rook fe8, I do not see any good moves for white. That gives them options, Matthew. Rook b8 to b6 gives white options. Whatever they may be, anything, they've got options. And now they started to coming down with those pawns because, Matthew, it's worth understanding that your opponent is very interested to playing g5. And if you previously had played rook fe8, I think you have the necessary extra tempo to prevent that because you're going to go with the rook e. But now, hell, now it's starting getting funny. It starts to get funny for black. And that's a bit of a shame. I understand rook b6, rook a6, you want to hit them here, or a3. I get it. But a2 I think is defendable. Really, is defendable. One way or another. Yeah, they defend. You still have a chance to do something on the rook fe. Again. Okay, let me tell you something else here, Matthew, for whenever you're going to be watching the recording, my very dear friend. Which actually, Matthew is the only guy on YouTube that actually has a membership on my channel. So I very much thank my dear friend Matthew for this, and student and friend. So queen a3 seems to me a move that checks the king and push them again somewhere. They have to move the king, that is. And then maybe we could play this guy. We need to claiming the e file, Matthew, with the black rook. We mustn't leave the rook idle on the f. We got to get our rooks active on open files or semi-open files when they're about to get open. Rook b6 gives white again initiative. They will get to do stuff. Rook b6 is not so much of a threatening move. White's going to do stuff again. And the stuff that actually worries me a little bit is this guy. Whether you take or not, they're going to be pushing an opening. So if you don't take and moving bishop somewhere, the guy's going to take on h. So he had created really very annoying counter game here. You allowed them, Matthew, you allowed the person you played to create counterplay with two very unnecessary stuff. I think the black rook lift from the b to b6 over a6 and then back to b6. I think you've wasted like 3 tempi, crucial tempi, whereas if you had played rook f to e8, Matthew, that would have been incredibly beneficial for you, and you could have doubled up the rooks eventually on the e file, and really white would have suffered. Now they create counter strikes, counter play, and I don't know what to say. I don't like this for black now because white has all the interest to open up the H and G file leading to the black king. Now your king, Matthew, is going to get a little bit naked. I don't like this for black now. I don't like it. I don't say you lose now. Don't get me wrong, Matthew. I don't say you lose, but I don't like it. Whatever I'm playing here with black, if I was myself with the black pieces here, I think I can still play for a win, but I don't like it anymore. I'm not comfortable anymore, Matthew. Ah, you push the g6, of course. You know white's going to push f5. White's going to push f5. I don't know what the guy did, but that one screams to be played. And then again, I'm very uncomfortable with this. Okay, he played queen g3 first. I guess because he want to push the f5 anyway. Oh, man. I don't like it. I don't know if bishop f6 now, because this guy can't be stopped, really, Matthew. So you need some guys to try to contribute a little bit here. Maybe some bishop f6, maybe some king h8, move them away, and then get the rook over to the g file. Already, Matthew, you're being forced now to play defensively because it looks to me you've wasted a couple of tempi and you're given the guy initiative and now he just play something, creating threats to you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You've had the advantage and it seemed to have been lost a little bit. Yeah, of course, f5. Of course. Again, bishop f6. They can't take d6 because you got this guy here. So bishop f6, maybe you're going to play bishop e5, attack and defend all stuff. And the guy takes, you're going to take with the pawn, of course. You pushed. Interesting. That might be an idea. Now you have to stop the white pawn from moving down because that's exactly how you lose. Now you have to play bishop f6 ASAP. So Matthew, for when you're coming back and watching the recording, bishop f6 is the most important approach here, looks to me, because you could do pawn f6, but that allows queen to dreaming about attacking you via g6, whereas bishop f6 hits very many things. You could play potentially at some point bishop e5, but most importantly, you stop the pawn from moving down, checking your own stuff, defending g5, and he doesn't have queen h3, queen h5, queen g6 check and stuff. So bishop f6 must be played. Of course, all this stuff could have been avoided like 6-7 moves ago if you had played rook f8 at that point, but hey. Don't be too tough on yourself. It's a difficult middle game, and that will do for now. But bishop f6, I think, would be my first choice. By the way, Matthew, bishop on e7, if you play f6, your bishop becomes just a pawn. So let's just explain for all of our friends. If you're pushing now f7 to f6, this bishop is a pawn. What on earth are we doing with this guy? Here, defends a pawn, can't go down. Even if he goes down, he's not going to go nowhere. So, for the purpose of preventing you self-sabotaging yourself, Bishop f6 is, I think, and I feel, the right approach. f6 self-annihilates your bishop and allows the white queen to get eventually to g6, so I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, that's exactly right. Now, hell, you gotta go for some rook b7 ideas because the guy's gonna play this maybe, or they want to play this. Maybe you want to play the other rook over to g8. Already, it's not very comfortable. I can't say I'm very comfortable. Maybe rook b7 better than rook b8. Because there is another thing, rook b7. I really want to provide I want to provide help on the 7th rank and not allowing the white queen to do some checks when I'm moving the other rook from f8 and I'm changing the column. I mean, rook b8 okay, but rook b7 I think better. Now, exactly what I said. If you want to defend g6, you're going to drop queen f7. Now, I don't know what you play. I don't like it. Already, I don't like it. Yeah, so previously, if you had played bishop f6 rather than the pawn, queen g6 wouldn't have been playable at all. But now it is. I don't know what you play now. You can't do this, right? Because you're just losing. They're going to do check. You can't block because the pawn. You practically lose. So, sadly, I think you have to drop king or bishop or something. Yeah, the guy is going to win a bishop on you now. Yeah, it doesn't look good now. I don't like it. It doesn't look good. And now you're going to lose f6 as well. So it's going down. So, Matthew, you messed it up when you did not play rook f to e8 some 8-9 moves ago. And the guy pushed his own pawns and he created this counterplay. Followed up by f6 rather than bishop f6. Bishop f6 would have saved you. Now it doesn't look okay. I don't like anything here. I just don't like it. Probably you wanted to do a draw or something, but the guy has resources. Either this guy moving down or the other pawn moving to f6. It just doesn't look okay anymore. Oh Lord, you can't even chase them because the other guy is hanging. Yeah, it's a thing. Now he attacks d6. You want to trade off, of course, but you're down a piece now, Matthew. You're down a piece, brother. I don't know. So you took now the bishop. Interestingly, let me just go back a little bit. You took your guy. You went for the trade now because, of course, the white's queen presence is too much. You grabbed some of the material. You grabbed the bishop. That's good. Now the guy supports the h7, which is untouchable. You did a check. I understand. You took. Okay. What the heck is this guy doing, man? Why did he take? Oh, blimey. Actually, you could take because after queen checks, you're going to put a rook in front of the queen. So I don't think that's a problem. So you take, the guy takes, checks here. You can't move the king, but you could just drop this guy. So what's the problem? There's no problem. So now he lost the advantage and now black is winning again. Black is winning again. What? He attacks your pin piece. I wonder. I just wonder. Is this a bit better? Rook f6 now? Rook f5 to f6 just to counteract this guy? Just wondering. Yeah, he puts pressure on the pin rook there. It doesn't look okay. Oh, man. I think black should be winning here. Wait a minute. So, Matthew, at this stage, I think at this stage, you should have a run for this kind of pattern. Just get the second rank first. Don't check them. Get the second rank first. Get the rook to the second rank. One. I don't know what the guy's going to play. If he checks, you just go like this. So get the rook over to the second rank. If the king attacks you, grab the pawn on the a2 and try to go with the other rook and just checkmate them, back rank checkmate them. That's that. Don't do nothing else here, Matthew. Looks to me you shouldn't do anything else. No, not this check. No, not. You know why? Because white king gonna go here, then gonna go here. How exactly you're supposed to be checking them? Well, it's not that strong anymore. That's not okay. You gotta cut off their escaping routes. You have to not allow the white king to go on the second rank and then eventually a3, because they probably want to go b to a3. So you mustn't allow that. Whereas this move allows them exactly that. There you go. The guy runs away. No, it's not the same thing. I think, Matthew, you had the right idea in principle, but the move order was wrong. I don't know what was your time control at this stage, exactly at this moment. But I guess if you go rook e5 to e2, you're doing very well. You're doing very well. You're actually winning. You're threatening back rank checkmate. I don't see how he stops you. He could do a couple of checks, but he doesn't stop you. That one is not good, Matthew. Rook f1 doesn't seem to be the move. It's still not the same. Yeah, you got a bishop here, but the guy has a million passed pawns. It's just unnecessarily complicated. Yeah, he's moving those guys down. Yeah, you got to check, but still. I don't think you chose the right ones. I guess you're going to have to stick a rook maybe on the c and just push your own guy now. You can't really... Yeah. He moves, man. He moves. Okay. He checks. You move. You push the pawn, I guess? Take the pawn on d5. He took. Yeah, but then you're going to promote, right? Yeah, he found it. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, maybe the other rook. Maybe rook from a2 over to a8. And then the guy plays this kind of stuff. Well, you take the pawn. The guy takes your rook. And then you're going to get the rook here supporting this pawn. That might have been a better plan. Because now it doesn't look... I don't know what to tell you to play now. Oh, wait a minute. Can't you just take this guy? No. So, Matthew, all things considered now, rook takes. The guy takes, you actually promote. The guy don't take, well, you take the rook. So that's that. Rook c2 takes c7. No, not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Not king takes. Not king takes. Rook c2 takes c7. Not this one. So the one you did, I don't think are good. No, that's not good now. No. Okay. So I think you lost some big opportunities along the game, Matthew. It's quite a long game you played. There were quite a few opportunities, grand opportunities, big opportunities for you. Now, unfortunately, you ended up in a position that's not that optimistic no more. The other guy has an extra pawn, and now you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle to just draw. You can't win at this stage. You probably draw. Okay, you should be drawing due to the opposition. Okay, you draw here. If you play this one correctly, you draw. No, you got to get in front of. No, no, because you lose the opposition. So Matthew, this is the key. This is the key in the end game here, Matthew. You don't go on b7. You go on b7. The guy wins opposition on you. What you're supposed now, just you oppose the other guy's king. King b6, Matthew, has to go c6. You get the opposition. Because if you fall back now, the guy is going to win the opposition on you. Now the king's going to go b5. Oh my lord, he was supposed to go b5. Jesus Christ. Opposition. You lost on time or what? That's a draw. That's a draw. You're not supposed to lose. So this is a draw. The guy didn't play correctly, that opposition, but all in all, this is a draw, I hope, right? But you had great opportunities to win. Great opportunity. So let me go back to the most critical stuff, which is here. Now, I think the last biggest opportunity is here. And if you had played rook c to c7, boom, you took the most nightmarish advanced white pawn. I don't care if the guy takes the pawn or he takes the rook. At this stage, it doesn't matter. Black's winning now. He takes your rook, you're going to take a queen. Game over. That's done. He takes the pawn, you take it, and again game over because you got two rooks and this pawn is takeable immediately. So game over. So this was the last chance you had to actually go confidently for winning, Matthew. Okay, so Matthew, you feel free to download this live stream at some point and go back to the most important points that you think I might have covered. If there is anything else, Matthew, let me know. If there's any other stuff. Hello, it's me. My Canadian friend is like 1,000. Matthew's like 1,000 rated points on chess.com. So he had some very big opportunities along the game. He squandered his chances, and the last mistake was this one. Looks to me the king took. So he took here, and that's that. And then, yeah, now he has to play correctly to draw. Anyway, so Matthew, that was, I think it was a nice, decent, maybe slightly extended commentary, but I promised my dear friend, who's also the subscriber to my YouTube channel, and I promised and I did what I promised. It was my pleasure, Matthew. Okay, cool stuff. So guys, thanks if you joined, whatever the platform that might have been, with Facebook, Kick.com, YouTube, I think, Twitch, and what was the last one? TikTok, I think I said, or something. Don't matter. Okay, there we are. Here we are, guys. 5x6. I think I'm going to be doing myself maybe a rapid, maybe a blitz, but I don't feel fast at all. Did they do? Oh my lord, daily super blitz 3-0. Dude, I'm not good for. Okay, sure, let's go 1 or 2. If I messed it up that much, I think I'm gonna pause it then. It's a fast one, man. It's a fast one. From 3 minutes, you're gonna drop to a couple of seconds in the end. I normally get flagged or something. I'm not very good at the speed. I'm not Hikaru Nakamura, and I won't be this lifetime. Maybe next. You never know. So you guys see this? Yes, you do. Okay, cool. Oh no, I want to play a3 and b4. What the heck? It's going to be something totally different. I didn't want to play this. That was a mousely, by the way. My intention was not that. Oh, 2200 player. Guy is strong, man. That's going to be a tough game. Castles. Let me just develop. Just develop. Just develop. What do you want to do? Attacking queen. Try to do simple stuff. I try to do simple stuff. I don't know what simple means, but, you know. I don't want to take the guy necessarily. If I win a pawn, I do. Bloody hell, I do. Actually, I think it's a good one. What the heck? Of course I do. I'm winning a freaking pawn right here. And I'm winning more than a pawn. Sorry, am I... he dropped it. I got it. Well, I like it anyway. Let me tell you something. I could go bishop c3 or bishop g5. Let's weaken a little bit the guy's... yeah. That's okay. That's okay. You gonna pin me? Not a problem. Let's play this one just for the time being. Just a little bit. And let me just play that. Let me just play this. Okay. Now, you wanna come here or something? Well, okay. Let me go this way though. I could have went c3, but hey, here we are. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You wanna come here or here? Okay, let me think. I don't know. Let's go here. Then this. Hey, that's a nice one. Let's go here. Oh, I'm losing the pawn. I'm an idiot. I'm losing the pawn now. Bishop takes. I can make a pin. If he takes with a queen, queen takes, bishop. He didn't. Oh, you want to take h3? Is he crazy? What's he doing? Ah, this one. Well, I don't think I can stop that, do I? Do I have this? He's attacking like 3,000 times, that guy. It's not working that good. Let's see. I don't know what to say. You see, if I push, he's gonna take, so no big deal. If I play this, the guy's gonna take, but he's got too many. Let's try this. I don't like it. I'll try some. If you play some knight here, maybe. Doesn't look very good. Yeah, it doesn't look very good, but let's try. And he got like 2 minutes and I've got 1 minute. Is it my turn now? Why? Why is it my turn so quickly? Why is it my turn so quickly? I don't have good moves. I don't. He could take with this guy check. I simply do not have good moves. I'm waiting for him to playing this so I can play this. I wait for him to hit knight b4 so I can play a and something. Yeah, he's gonna double up on this guy big time, you know. I can't freaking touch the b. I can't do it. I don't know where to go anymore. Should I sack there? Just go with this guy. Feels funny. 37 seconds. As I said, I'm not doing well time-wise. And I'm dropping this guy. He's gonna take it now. He's gonna take here. And whatnot. That's that. Maybe. He got checks on h1 eventually. Okay, maybe. We'll see. Oh, come on. I need to trade off. If I get a chance. Trade off now. Pre-move. Trade. That's not a good one because he got 1 billion extra pawns. So he's winning. He got a pass pawn, not 1 billion extra pawn. He got freaking pass pawns. He got a pass pawn. I can't win it. He got pawn majority. And he won because of these two guys. So that's that. Resigned the game. But I did do a freaking mouse slip in the opening. I didn't want to play that. So let's try again. You guys signing up for Blitz, you better expect you got a time issue every single game. This guy is crazy, man. He's playing berserk. With 3 minutes on the clock, he still goes for his nonsense berserk. Well, I mean, some people can think very fast, right? So let's see. I'm not doing any bloody berserk. No way, sir. Is he going to play knight g5, right? Okay. He's attacking this guy like very many times. Takes, and takes. I'm attacking. He's going to take here. He could have taken, though. He could have taken. Well, I'm going to trade this guy right now. Let's see if that means anything. Threatening checkmate, so to speak. But I'm attacking. No, I'm not attacking. He gonna. That was a bit. That was a bit too fast. Check. I can't escape. So where the heck am I going? Let's go back now. 4-2-6. He can play the knight here. Let's try taking those, but he gonna go here. 2-4-6, 3-4-7. He got an extra pawn. This guy has an extra pawn. Moving the king. I gotta keep my guys on light squares and try to protect the c. We'll see about that. Try to keep my pawns on light squares. Now if I take, he's gonna take with this guy. So his pawn structure is already better. His pawn structure is already super good. Okay. I cannot. He got a pawn majority. He gonna attack my G pawn though. I have an idea. Does that work? Might have. But he can't take, can he? I played this. He takes. I takes, but then I'm losing there. He gonna play this. He gonna play bishop d6. He didn't? Let me attack this guy. He has a freaking pass pawn, man. He has a pass pawn. And he gonna check me. If I manage to get that guy, that would be great. Pushing. He takes, I push. I think. I'm not sure about this one. Maybe I should have played knight or something. Let's try this idea. Maybe check and I'm winning. This, he moves, bang, he takes, bang. This. This. Yeah, something like this. Oh, this guy's phenomenal. Well, wait a minute. Can you believe this guy, man? Can you actually believe this guy? He gonna create the pass pawn. Yeah, well, okay, with the most correct game, he might be a draw. Oh no, I made a mistake. Oh no. I was supposed to draw this game. I was an idiot. I was supposed to drop that guy a bit. I can't stop it. I can't stop the b8. That's a shame. So the move was, I'll tell you what. I took, takes. And now, after king d2, actually black is supposed to play not king. I was supposed to play knight d5. Probably the guy takes and something like this. For a draw, because there is no winning. For a draw. Mind you, for a draw. But yeah. Well, if they come up with a 5-0, I'll go for that one because 3-0 is too fast for me. I can't process the information in 3 minutes. Okay. That's the daily Super Blitz Arena on Lichess.org. I'd rather have the Just Blitz Arena, the 5-0. The 3-0 is demented. Bishop takes. This guy takes castles. Well, let's open now because he didn't castle or anything. So I'm happy to make it a mess here. Attacking this guy twice. Bishop takes. And I guess, let me think. Queen takes. Yeah, that's good. Fork now, right? Attacking this and that. Let's trade off everything now. If we can. I want to trade off stuff. Everything. Okay, can I attack two pieces at once? What's this guy doing, man? Let's just attack on the D file. Whatever we can grab. Whatever we can grab. Anything. Now I think I'm going with this and white is winning. After knight e4, white is winning. White is winning. Whatever we do here. Let's do this check. Pretty much everything wins, I guess. I'm threatening a discovered from the bishop. So let's do this. And they can't go nowhere, can they? So, okay, that's all games and fun. But I mean, you know. Hello, Taro. How's it going? How's it going, Taro? How's things, brother? I've just seen your message now. Back to Tony. Hey, dude, it's 25, 28 degrees in London nowadays. Very hot, eh? Like quite summer. Quite a summer. We got, my friends. Oh, a Lopin. So, Taro, I think I should be leaving the 3-0. Go to 5-0, dude. I can't process the information now. I need a couple more extra sleep hours and things to be faster. So, yeah, let them take on c5 if they want. Well, I mean, castle. Maybe I should have taken c5. Okay. Maybe we can take later on. That doesn't look okay. That thing on c3. I think we can just go for some. I mean, we're preventing the knight from playing because c3 is hanging. Let's keep the pin. Okay. c3 under constant attack. Well, let's get our guys more active. I'm not keen on trading. Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on a second. What about this move? Is this bad? What about this move, though? I mean, what the heck? We got two knights on the same thing. Maybe. Is it working? I'm expecting them to do this kind of stuff. But then I might be able to play this, grab a knight, and still attacking this and this. So practically we've got two pieces that we attack with black here. We attack the bishop on e2 and we attack the knight on c6. Okay, so I'm grabbing. Okay, so black's winning, right? And I've got a bishop pair. It's not just anything. I actually got the bishop pair. Hell, I should be winning this. You know what I mean? This should be one, fellas. Here? Okay. What's it doing? It tries to complicate things, this and that. Let me just go. Whatever. Trade. Anything. Anywhere. So yeah, I'm telling you now, if I lose this game, it was because I blunder like an idiot. Other than that, I should be winning it. Can I go here? I think I can. I don't see how. I mean, of course, given the time control, which I'm not very great at. But blimey, this is winning, fellas. Now this and this. And I'm going to stay like a billion years with those guys like that. Yeah, it doesn't even matter here. I've got an extra material on this. Let's just play this just for the sake of creating a little bit of breathing space for the king and whatever. Yeah, I need to open up the other rook, which is on A8. I need to attack this. I attack this. This one goes to check. This guy will be taken straight away. And black's winning. As I said, if I really want to keep my beautiful pawn structure, I'm going to actually play a check first. The guy just resigned. Understandably so, because after rook f5, king has to move. Then we're going to grab this guy. This guy's going to fall. And it doesn't matter. It's over. This one is over. It don't matter. Yes. Hey, Ernest, my dear friends. How's it going? One more puzzle. Yes. And Lucas. We got Lucas here with us as well. That is great, fellas. We got Lucas, our TikTokers, our dear TikTok friends. I hope they don't take offense. I said I mean, this is a label. No one gives a damn thing what the platform is. I just want to connect with a couple of my virtual friends, and that's that. Whatever the platform. All platforms are more or less compromised. I couldn't give a damn on the platform. Really. Hello, Marcus. Right. Do they do a little bit, like normal blitz? The 3-0, I feel it's a little bit too much for me. I barely keep up with the thinking. I'm seeing good ideas, but, you need a bit more time to clarify things in your mind and stuff. In the first game that I played, I made a mouse slip and stuff, and the second game I was supposed to draw, and because of the time constraints, I played the BS, absolutely BS of a move, and that's that. What's the heck is this name of this opening that this guy is playing? It's a weird one. No mistake or blunder, don't get me wrong, but it's a weird one to play. Given the fact it's a blitz, no one cares really. Hey, he wasn't supposed to play f3. What is this guy doing, man? He takes, I take. I don't care, that's good. I don't think he played the best moves. That's not the best move. Yes, go with the London system for white, Mr. Marcus. Well, let me think now. I take this guy, they're going to take. I take, they're going to do this. I don't know. If I do this, guy going to do this, but then I'm going to push this. Well, okay-ish. Okay, maybe, What is this guy doing, man? Should we do this stuff? This guy plays really weird. Okay. No, if they... Okay, that's a check, by the way. All right, pal. Pressure on the pin knight. The knight on d4 is heavily pinned, right? Can we add more stuff? Oh, you want to push this. Okay, let me think a bit. Should I play this for the queen? But then you're going to play A. Well, wait a minute. Let him play anyway. I'm going to drop the bishop somewhere on A7 or something. Whoa. What about this and that? Oh, sugar. Come on, man. Should I sack an exchange? Nah, let's play this. I love this one more. Oh, we're attacking on E3 like 3 billion times. What's this guy doing, for Christ's sake? Should I go like this or should I go like this? He's defending twice there. If I go this one... This is not an ambitious move. Bishop d7, it almost pained me physically to play it. I gotta tell you this. It was a pain for me to play this move. I want to do this stuff and... What? Man, this guy is like, But I want to trade on my terms. I want to trade on my terms. Not on his terms, Now my queen is on the wrong stuff. I don't know how to say anymore. It's interesting, but I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Maybe. He's moving good now. He's moving good. Whatever the heck he did, he does good. And he does good. He just does good. He's doing good stuff, you say? Maybe. But I'm not fully convinced about this move. The f6 now becomes exploitable in principle. Knight's still a little bit pinned, perhaps. You know, I don't know how to say. He done good. He done very good. Well, like, what do you want me to do? Okay. Really? Oh, maybe. And now what? I don't bloody know. This? I mean, he can't move the knight, can he? 40-something seconds. Okay. 336, 246. Complicated. Probably a drawish stuff. Probably. I don't know. I can't take. They're not a big deal. I don't know what to play. You asking? I'll tell you. I don't know what to play exactly. I need more time to figure out stuff, and I don't have time. Yeah, I got a bishop. Probably I should do something with that bishop a little bit right now. Like now. And then again. What? This? Maybe. He does good. He really does good. Then I play this and I don't know what I want to do anymore. I don't know. He moves fine. He moves fine. I'll tell you. He bloody moves okay. I'm going to take this guy if I can. Should I? Should I stay or should I go? Okay, I'll move here. No, I can't even take it because the bishop defends the rook. Man, he does good, all right? He does good. The guy does good stuff. I don't know what to say. He moves so bloody fast. He's defending that son of a... Oh, that guy, I could have taken it. No? Yes? No? Oh, man. I can't... I lost on time. Dude, he moved very, very fast. For my brain, for my summer, for my June brain, he was too fast for my brain. Hello, Mr. Gundo Mushevu. Over the board, 1822. And that was 1 year ago. The only blitz over the board I played last year, 1822. Normally, one should play at least one tournament a month. But I have some constraints, time-wise, economically and stuff. I can't play as often as I would like to. So I got to play like maybe 1 or 2 tourneys a year, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. So, yeah. The guy moved very good and very fast. Way too fast for my brain. Ernest, what'd you say? You lost your password, so I don't get... Just tell them you lost the password, Ernest, and they should be able to give you a reset password email. It's got to be. I'm sure it's got to be, brother. Yeah, don't stress out too much about it. Or create a new account, Ernest. Make yourselves a new account or something. But really, just tell them you need a reset link or something, and they're going to send it over to you. Yeah. They're going to send one to you. I'm pretty sure about it. Yeah, don't stress out. They should be issuing you a new password, though. Normally, you reset the password, you say. I'm pretty sure I had better moves in the previous game, but the other guy was too fast. And he was moving quite surgically towards the end. I couldn't do too many things. Alright, knight c3, want to take this guy back, dropping queen h4, Aspa not being captured by the black knight, we're going for the e4 now, knight takes, knight Now let's see what he play. Bishop e7 would be, then f3, creating my retreating square for the queen. This is theoretical, by the way. I gotta take now with the knight. Whatever he plays, I'll get queen to... Well, if he does this, I'll take it, obviously. That's a blunder. If they do knight d5, I'm gonna play queen to f2, and there's that. And I'm gonna castle short and continue. That's up to them. What's this guy doing? He played the queen. Okay. Is this bad? What is he did the queen now. Can't I just castle? Is there a bad thing? Oh, he wanna win my queen in principle. Well, let me do something. First thing first, I'm gonna do this. First. If he takes with the bishop, he takes with the queen. Well, okay. Let me move the queen a little bit. Let's see. Okay. This one I don't think is a bad idea. I hope I'm correct. What on earth? What about this one? Yeah, I don't know about this one. Wait a second. So he takes, I takes. Okay. I think we're doing relatively decently here. Ah, he's going to get with this guy. Certainly, that's what he's going to do. Certainly. I think I might have an idea. I'm not sure. But I might have an idea. Bang, boom, bang, and then bang. It's a stuff. I want to do a couple of tactics and sacrifices on the f6, and maybe I'm able to do some knight d7 and win something in return, so to speak. So I'm looking at these ideas. Hopefully they're going to work. Hopefully. Okay, now here we are. Has the guy moved? Yeah, he did. But I still going. Oh well, I can't. Bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. Hey, look, this is. You know something? For the sake of art. Oh no, rook, not the queen. Not the queen, man. For crying out loud, not the queen. Jesus Christ, rook! I said. It's rook. The guy takes with a pawn, then takes the queen. Oh, blimey. And then I wanted to play something like with the rook. Either rook, no, not rook e3, but rook e4 and then stuff like this. Not the queen, for Christ's sake. The rook, man. The rook f6, gf6, queen f6. Jesus Christ. I'm pissed off, you see. I'm actually annoyed by this. Yeah, there you go. The first line of the freaking son of a engine, rook f6. And I said it even before. Oh, Jesus Christ. Rook f6 all day. What the fuck? And the idea was actually great because actually white's winning. Actually, white's winning here. Yeah, the idea was great. Not the queen. Mouse slip. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, at least the idea was exactly the right one. It was a correct idea. Because I'm a complete imbecile and I do the mouse slip, that's another thing. That's another bloody thing. But the idea was correct. And winning. Not just the correct one, it was just freaking winning. It was winning. Knight c3 protecting e4. I'm going for the f4 if I get a chance. Bishop takes f. What? He goes twice. What? He takes B now? I see. But I'm pinned. Okay. Well, I'm no longer pinned. What? He takes D4? Oh, oh, sugar. I'm not focusing. I'm not focusing. He should have taken the rook, I guess, previously. But now he has to move knight to h6, right? Am I right? Then maybe I could take it and get the rook myself on e or something. Something like that. So he got to go knight h6, and then we'll take d6 and... Alright, the guy is more drunk than I am. I mean, I'm like in terms of heart and all. I'm not drunk at all, I swear. I mean, he's more drunk than me in terms of hotness. I think he lives in London or something. Yeah, he's probably more drunk than I am. Again, it's just hot. That's all. Okay. Oh yeah, but that rating had been, yeah. I messed up a result in a competition, and I did say to the guy that actually does the pairings and all, and I think he modified c5. Hanging. Really? Let's play bishop c5, so he won't castle anytime soon. Let me castle. There's something here. Now I could do a check. Or I could do queen b6. So bishop takes... Should I take this guy? No, that's completely bad. This one is the move. Now we got this idea. No, no one defends it, you idiot. That's me. You guys got it. No one defends it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go for a drink. Light as tea or coffee, I meant. You guys understand what I'm saying. Or increase the time control because people do way too many freaking blunders. You're not serious. He attacks my queen. Well, let's go for a check, first thing first. And okay, let's go for anything really. This guy here, rook here, which one is it? Queen is being attacked. So let's move the queen somewhere safe. Like here. We're attacking c2 and stuff. Battery, rook and queen for the c2. Let's see what happens. I'm winning the queen, knight f2, and the queen is gone. Let's do a check. I get the rook here on c2. Maybe this, maybe that. Yeah, some guys are more tired than others. Some people are more tired than others. So yes, Lucas, not a problem, man. Of course you can. I am 48 years of age, and I should be drinking more coffee than I do. That is my biological age in this form as a so-called Homo sapiens. But that's a name that people, the tag that people did for this so-called species. We still don't know what we are. But we got the language on our side, so that gotta be something. We got the language on our side, and it's fascination for the language, and then a whole plethora of problems stemming from the language and its uses. And then we see problem when they do not exist. They exist only because of the language. I mean, there was a guy named Ludwig Wittgenstein, and he had this interesting idea. It was a philosopher in the 20th century, and the guy had this very interesting idea that most of the problems of thinking and the philosophy problems are only due to usage of the language. They don't exist, but just because the language makes it possible. He had this interesting idea. I don't think it's far from the truth with this thought of his. Let's develop and castle and just stuff like this. Hey, I should have castled. Yeah, I don't care. That's not bad. I don't think that bad anyway. Now, okay, let's take. Then we're gonna make a pin. Nice, very nice. Well, let's further expand. Maybe bishop here, maybe rook here, this stuff. So I'm highlighting the moves. I'm doing it now. Because you might be tempted to do some b5 or something. So bishop h5 and this. Okay. I think it's good. I don't think bad. I don't think it's bad at all. Rook c8. I think he does good. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Nice c3. Nice c3. Oh, blimey. Knight c3. Jesus Christ. I should have played knight c3 and then take the bishop off, maybe. Would have been interesting. Yeah, well, would have been interested. Who cares? Would have been. Okay, now freaking what? Let me think. Well, I don't know. Should I know this? I got a plan. I have a plan. I try to undermine a little bit the G and the H pawns and see if there's something happening there. Now we can go for this. He gonna take with a bishop, right? Oh, I can play this one for now. Just for now. Just for now. Wait. Okay. This guy here. I attacked the queen. This one's good. I just attacked the queen. And now I take. Okay. I think it's interesting. Do I want to take? Can I not take though? What if I take it? What if I take? The guy take. Wait a minute. There is something here. Takes. I have an idea. I hope it's the right one. So you're gonna move the bishop somewhere. Now I could play. Nah, he takes with the rook though. But I could play definitely this. Most definitely I could do that. And at least grab the pawn back if I can. The only problem is that this guy Maverick, this guy is like 50-second extra. So that's a problem already. Whoop. Well, okay then. Here we are. Here we are. Well, like, I'll take whatever I can. Okay. Okay. No, but this one is a dark square. He won't be doing nothing. This is already heavily defended. Well, let's attack with it. That's fine. We're doing fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, man. Hey, I gotta move the king closer. It's okay. King closer. Wait a minute, I can play with the king stuff. Because I got a bishop here. Oh. I'm still having a pass pawn here, am I not? I should be winning this. I should, like, in principle. Of course I should be winning it. But I got a second. And of course I should be winning, but I don't have. When you got a second on the clock. Hey, where you going, guys? What? Sainsbury's. Oh, that's good then. Yeah, that's all right. That happens, Lucas, when you're playing like 50 games a day, you're gonna do this like 20 times at least. Of course it's winning, but I don't have time. I don't have time for this. So now all black is required to do is just push this guy here. Get a bishop out. If they push the pawn, you take it, and then you win with the rook and king versus king, and that's that. Hello, Mr. Test 1, 2, 3. Yep. How many points have I lost drawing with this guy? I've lost 3 points. Well, Hey, what is that 5-0 thing? Because I'm struggling with 3-0. Big time. Oh, starts in 9 minutes. Oh, man, that takes an eternity. It takes an absolute eternity. 9 minutes. It was ZZ Top, LA Grange. Wow. Whoa, I didn't play the right one. Not knight c3. Bishop. Now I'm resigning this. That's not the move. So I just played automatically. That's not the move. It's bishop c4. Because that allowed the king to go to f1. So that was the mistake. So let me go back to the move. So the move was not knight c3. The move just play this bishop somewhere. Then the guy plays this. Then you take. Then they take. And then you move king f1. And that's that. Next one. Console. This, and this. Well, takes now. That's fine. Not a problem. Okay. I want to take a check. So he has take, and if he takes, rook takes check anyway. So it's an interesting idea. He got to take with queen or pawn. He takes with the queen. Okay. Let's stack the queen. Takes, and that's that. But I think I'm attacking more than black, and black struggles now with the development. So they got some issues with the development here. Check, right? Well, if it's a check, let's block with tempo. Winning a tempo on the queen. Now the queen has to move. I'm still in the pin though. So let's stop the pin. And also, you want to take on b2, I gather. Yeah, but I think that's okay. I think it's okay. He castle long? Dude, this guy's something. What about this? He gonna come twice here to do this and that? No, attacking the bishop. If he takes with the rook... Well, if he takes with the rook, I'm gonna do something. Like probably this or stuff like that. No, here. This is the move. Hey, that's not good. You're going to take this. And I can't take it because I'm pinned. I don't pay attention to details. I do not pay attention to details. Yeah, time to go get an extra drink or just pause it altogether. Or just pause it. So let's see where he moves the rook. If he wants to protect this guy, he got to stay on the 4th rank, but I'm going to keep attacking. I'm going to keep attacking the rook, so maybe I'm going to take back after all the material, and I'm going to go from there. You're talking about... Wait a minute. Well, we're going to keep hitting the rook. We have to. Because otherwise I can't take back the bishop, that is. So, yeah, we have to. Okay, then. What's it doing? He wants to play the bishop to c5. I'm pretty sure about it. Let's try pretend we could stop them. And then we'll see what else. Maybe that. Maybe that. I'm looking at F. I'm looking at C. There is a rook there currently, so I don't know. What is it doing? Am I blundering again? What's it want to do? That looks fishy. Okay, so let me figure out what to play. One of the two knights, right? One of the two knights goes somewhere. What does somewhere mean? It could be a couple of things like moving here. And then here and winning a rook. Knight e6, knight takes, check and winning a rook, and that's that. Chess.com is the same username. Playchess.com, the same username. Chess Tempo, the same username. Everywhere is the same username. I could take that pawn. Probably I should, right? Probably I should. Oh, he wants to fork me. Wait a minute. I didn't pay attention to that. The guy wants to fork me, man. No. No way. I saw that too late. Now, can I fix? I can't bloody fix it now. It's a bit too late. I might be able to do this kind of stuff. But he's going to take this guy here with check, though. Mind you, with check. Or I'm losing the other rook and stuff and this and that. So that's a problem. It's not good now. I played very badly this. And maybe there's something with the time, but this is bad. As bad as it gets. Check. Very bad. This one. Whoa. Here. That's a check. And that's a check. And that's another check. And he moves c5. Okay, he wants to trade on things. Yeah, but doesn't matter. Right? Check. You definitely need a drink. Like an extra tea or an extra coffee. 3-0 is too fast. Hello, Christos. Probably was. Rook a3 probably was something somewhere. Rook a3 I did play it. No, I just blundered when I here I blundered here. Not Rook a7. Not Rook a7 because the guy wants to play knight f3. So just something else. Maybe just dropping rook back here. No, because it's still coming this guy, right? So, and also not just taking a6 was a little bit of unnecessary greediness. No, that was unnecessary greediness. No. Maybe this one for stopping knight and stuff. So that's rook a3 to d3, and you stop the black knight and you just keep playing. Yeah, but it's always a matter of seconds, isn't it? Always a matter of seconds, guys. Hello, Cody. Oh, you've got the margarita. A margarita with an olive. You drink margarita with an olive. Nice one. You have a margarita, and someone wrote Master and Margarita. What was that guy? Sergei Bulgakov. I think the guy Sergei Bulgakov is a guy that wrote a novel, Master and Margarita, and it's an amazing book. If you guys haven't read it, I think I read it some 25 years ago. They also did a couple of films about it. Master and Margarita. Great atmosphere, great book, great ideas. If you want to give it a read or watch a film, because they also did a couple of films on this book, and you can enjoy your margarita. Hey, that's the, wait a minute. Let's try play some normal chess here. This guy is 2200. You know what I mean? This guy is 2200. Let me pretend I can think fast. Of course I cannot, but he doesn't have to know that. As long as you guys don't tell him, it's okay. Okay, I took this one, but he got this bloody thing, knight g5 coming. Let's stop this now. Is he? Oh yeah, he want to take on h6 actually. Wait a minute. The heck you doing, boy? Okay. I'm gonna get myself a rook. Wait. Yeah, I think that's the time to pushing the pawn. Okay. He takes, I takes. He takes, I takes. Yeah, I have to. I'm happily taking the bishop off the board right now. He's attacking my queen? How could you do that? He does. He actually does. I don't want to lose this pawn, you see. Let's see where I'm going to go this guy. So I'm going to take the bishop on e3 now. If I can. Can he stop me? He can't really stop me. Okay. He's going to put the bloody rook right there. I'm pretty sure he's going to play that. Shall he go for this? Because I have a feeling about this, and I have a second feeling about this in the minute he plays the knight from f3 somewhere. And I'm sort of blocking this rooks to annoying me. So let's just take it step by step. This is a 2200 guy. And I'm normally a bit more determined to play. When I seeing this high rated guys, I want to play better. All right, he gave a piece, man. He got a check here. He got a check, he got a knight, he got everything. I'm gonna try to do some stuff myself as well. Whoa. If he checks me, I'm gonna block with queen g6. How the heck you doing, man? Let's play it now. If he plays knight h4, I'm gonna push the queen here because I don't want to get checked and stuff. So okay. It's interesting. He got a knight there. It's a complicated one. It's a bit difficult. I could win it. I feel I could win it. It's not that easy in a span of 1 minute. And whatever's left. Yeah, he goes back. He got a little bit concerned. Okay. Well, let's trade off, pal. That's just getting too funny. Nah, I should have kept the bloody queen, I think, on the light squares, though. Because the guy might check. Exactly. That's exactly right. The guy checks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I should have. It's too many shouldn't, should have, maybe, perhaps as check, though. Interesting. It's a check. Now I got another check here. The guy goes and then check. I mean, it's a check, right? I mean, it's a check. I might be beating this guy. Maybe I can flag him. Check. I'm winning the freaking rook. Not yet. I'm winning the freaking queen, man. He lost the queen. And this guy's gone too, I guess. That's that. Okay, he insists. He does good job. Where do I go? Wait a minute. He's still in a bloody pin. Now he's pinned everywhere. He can't move this. He can't move that. Oh, you bastard. Okay. He's pinned, man. He's pinned everywhere. Yeah, I was a bit luckier. But when I'm playing guys with 2200 plus, 2300 plus, I normally want to play better. And yeah, I was luckier. It's a miracle I can play 3-0 and beat these guys. It's way too hard. So, Cody, if I had a margarita, I couldn't do not even a quarter of what I'm doing. So, anyway, Christos, thanks for liking the live, guys. Just friendly reminder, if you can like, follow, subscribe is amazing. If you can, my dear friends. And now I think my brain is overly worked and super hot. I'll take a provisional break, my dear friends. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I could do this again. And yeah, thanks for seeing you, fellas. Thanks for stopping by. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully we're going to see each other again tomorrow. If they don't blow up the whole bloody world. If they don't blow up the world, we might be able to see each other again. All righty, fellas.